Just a week after announcing One News presenter Simon Dallow was stepping down, another high-profile departure from TVNZ. Breakfast host Jenny May Clarkson is wrapping up her time with the show in just a week from now. In an official statement, TVNZ says it's refreshing breakfast for 2026. So the big question is, who will fill in this new gig? With us now is Shayne Currie, the Herald's editor-at-large and media insider. Good morning.
Morning, Ryan.
Good to see you. Now, Jenny May has done an incredible job on breakfast. Been there for
6 years.
6 years?
Yeah, at TVNZ for 20 years.
Yeah.
Of course, started out as a netball commentator, having been a former Silver Fern and a great sportswoman in her own right. But yeah, certainly established herself on that breakfast couch, one of the longest established presenters actually, and it's 28 years. Breakfast has had around 31 hosts, I've counted up in that time, and you know, there's a great gallery of faces in the column today. But yeah, it's a fascinating time at TVNZ. I think the Simon Dallow announcement, that was well flagged, and you know, that was led by Simon himself. Whereas this one, I think, is probably testament to the winds of change coming from the top, from Jodie O'Donnell, who's been in the chief executive role now for almost 2 years. A new board, including Paul Henry, now in place. And certainly, I think, a new executive with Nadia Tolich now in place, leading a lot of talent change, a lot of content change, and I think that's what's happened here. They've come to an agreement. The press release was, I mean, it's all very sudden in a way. Jenny May leaves next Friday.
2 weeks, yeah, like bugger all
The
time.
show doesn't finish until late December.
And normally you stay till the end of the year if something like this happens.
Yeah, so,
odd.
Yeah, and look, she's been on social media in the last 24 hours getting a lot of positive feedback from friends and colleagues and supporters. And so this morning we're running a poll to see who should be the next presenter. And there is one Ryan Bridge who's leading the charge.
That's not surprising. Yes, very good. I've got a job.
You've got a job, and I understand.
But also,
and I'm actually reporting your contract as watertight, but maybe I can interview you right here.
Well, I mean, there's a legal interpretation on everything, isn't there? If you're watching TVNZ. Right, let's talk about something else. What else is in the column today?
We're looking very closely at the BBC debacle, which has made headlines across the globe, really, in the last 2 weeks with the panorama edit of the Donald Trump speech from back in 2021. That panorama documentary screened in 2024, and of course they spliced together two aspects of the speech to make it sound like he was calling upon the crowd to directly walk upon the Capitol.
It was terrible.
Yeah, it's egregious, and you know, heads have obviously already rolled at the BBC. We've taken a look at just the local perspective on that. I've gone to all the heads of news at our major media organisations to see what lessons can be learned from that debacle. Interestingly, most newsrooms now, of course, video is a huge part of the operation, and video production, you know, is just as important as the traditional reporter with their notepads, making sure that quotes are accurate, that they're not taken out of context. And so, yeah, a lot more, I guess, scrutiny going on that video production area.
Totally. Because normally you would do, if you're going to cut something together, splice it together, then you put a flash in the middle or something which gives the viewer a sign that it's been cut together. I was thinking about this the other day, I've always done live stuff, so you don't actually end up having that problem, but is that where a lot of the focus is for our local media, is more on the pre-produced stuff?
Absolutely, and I was actually on Kerry Woodham's show on News Talk ZB talking about this very aspect earlier this week, whereas Talkback for that hour that Kerry is on, or the 3 hours that Kerry's on every morning, you're hearing that direct from the audience.
Yes.
You're hearing this show direct from the audience, unless it's cut up in an inappropriate way later on, which it, of course, never would be. But the audience is receiving it live, whereas with reported stories, with video production in the end, there is a middle layer of editing, and it's important that the people responsible for that are doing it responsibly.
That's these guys, our editors. Yeah, they're all corrupt.
No, they are not. They're very good.
They're very, very good at what they do. Now, how's this book going? This is the unauthorised Jacinda book.
Yeah, it was released late last week, and they've already sold out their first print run, around 4,000 copies. It's into a second print run. David Cohen is the author, of course, published by the Centrist website. But it's going well. I've rung around a fair few of the independent bookshops. They're mostly all selling it and willing to sell it, which is great to see. I think it's an important addition, to the book publishing landscape, if you like. And so at this stage, selling well.
Okay, and are the big bookstores not selling
No,
it?
Paper Plus and Whitcoulls are both selling it. In fact, interestingly, I went onto the Paper Plus website and it gives you a rundown on which provinces have run out of the book, and a lot of the rural provinces have actually sold out.
No surprises there. Good to see you as always, Shayne. Thank you. Shayne Currie, a media insider and New Zealand Herald editor at large.